This is Newcap News with Kelsey Bloxham.
Good evening. Premier Brad Wall announced a major reorganization of his cabinet and ministries today, which he says will better reflect the government's growth agenda. Peter Quinlan tells us how some local MLAs are affected by the change.
The government of Saskatchewan is looking a bit different now as Premier Brad Wall announced a complete cabinet shuffle to help economic growth in the province. The biggest change is the creation of a new Ministry of the Economy, which brings together a number of economic functions of the government, including Enterprise Saskatchewan, Innovation Saskatchewan, Tourism Saskatchewan, Employment, Immigration, Trade, Energy, and Resources. Lloydminster MLA Tim McMillan is now the minister responsible for Energy and Resources, Tourism Saskatchewan, and Trade within the new Economy Ministry. McMillan is also now minister responsible for Sask Energy. He says he's looking forward to the new role.
Just very excited. Obviously, it's an area that I'm very interested in. Our riding is one that is very reliant on oil and gas, and that's a large part of the resource sector in Saskatchewan. So no, I'm very keen to take on this new role.
This will be McMillan's second cabinet position, a role he's learned to adjust to.
First and foremost, my most important job is I'm the MLA for Lloydminster, and in my first cabinet role, that is something that I tried to keep very front and center. Is my first responsibilities are to the citizens that elect me, and those are in Lloydminster. And in my new role, there's a lot of work to do, but that work has to work within being the MLA for Lloydminster again.
Meadow Lake MLA Jeremy Harrison will continue to serve as government House Leader, but has been removed from the cabinet. Wall says the new cabinet will ensure economic growth in Saskatchewan continues to help the government with the challenges and opportunities of a growing province. Peter Quinlan, Newcap News.
If you had the power, how would you develop and grow the border city? Well, last night the city hosted an open house looking for input on how to revamp the land use zoning bylaw.
Lloydminster has seen rapid expansion over the past few years. The land use zoning bylaw, however, has not seen the same growth, having not been fully updated in over a decade.
We've had a number of amendments to it. We've had a number of changes to it. There should be a number of changes made to it because things have changed over the last 11 years considerably.
Changes are coming as residents packed into the Service Sports Centre, ready to weigh in on issues like secondary suites, off-street parking, lot size, and temporary structures.
We feel that that the document represents the community values, the community quality of life, and we want to carry that forward.
The development of the downtown area continued to be a pressing concern for residents.
I'm here to see how these zoning bylaws can pertain to businesses downtown and what we can do to hopefully help with the future businesses in downtown. And parking is an issue, as well as bylaws as in who can set up where, possibly home-based businesses, various issues.
Going forward, the city will take the input and have it assessed by a consulting team.
All the suggestions are going to be gathered together by ISL Engineering, and they're going to be tabulated and put into the mix, and each point will be discussed.
The city is in the earliest stage of the review process, with a presentation being brought to council in February or March of next year.
The Canadian Construction Association Board of Directors came to Lloydminster for a luncheon hosted by the Construction Association here in town. Bart Padiasic has more.
The Best Western Bayside Inn played host to the meeting of board members. The groups discussed the future of construction projects and the issues facing the region.
I think the biggest thing that we're facing right now is labor shortages. I think some of the statistics that have come out in the last year or two are upwards around of 120,000 skilled workers we're short, so I think that's the biggest issue around the board of directors right now for most of the companies in Alberta.
Lloydminster beat last year's numbers for construction permits, and members from Alberta are impressed with the city so far.
Similar to up north, every street corner you turn down, it seems that there's a new building cropping up. It's definitely looks like it's quite active, and it looks like things have turned a corner
To combat the lack of workers, the province is heavily investing in education initiatives, as current trade schools are already overbooked.
Some of the trades like the sheet metal trade and some of the other trades are working very hard to get more bodies because the classrooms are filling up the first day. It's like buying tickets to a concert, it really is. If you don't get your name in that first day, you're waiting a year to get into the next spot. So that's a big issue.
The Alberta Construction Association also hopes with the new changes to EI, more workers will move west from Ontario.
We used to get quite a bit of transfers coming in from Eastern Canada. With the downturn, a lot of them people went home, and then it got busy down there. We've got shipbuilding contracts, we've got big capital projects down there, so we're not seeing a big number of them coming this way.
In addition, the province is working with the federal government to bring in more foreign workers, mostly from Ireland. Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.
And earlier today, members of the Lloydminster RCMP gave up their time and their hair in support of Relay for Life. Officers hosted a barbecue and head shaving event. Even the boss got in on the action.
You know what? It's to help out the cause, and I think leadership. If the boss doesn't get up and do it, nobody else will. So, and it's good. It's going for a good cause.
This is the RCMP's final fundraising event for the cause, which will take over Bud Miller Park June the 1st. Peter joins us now with a quick look at weather, and you enjoyed that story, huh?
That was awesome.
No, it was nice to see them getting involved. And a little bit of rain today.
Yeah, a little bit. Spotty shower is building up as we have those cumulus clouds put up. We finally had one of those days like we get in the summer where you could even get a thunder shower. But so far we haven't. Right now we are sitting at 13 degrees. We do have some cooler air in the mid and upper levels, which is why we are a little bit cooler than the other regions that are at lower elevations. The Lakeland and the Battlefords are both sitting at 16 degrees. We will have your weekend weather forecast in just a few minutes.
Coming up, controlling the pet population. We have this month's Humane Habits after the break.